The people of Reddit were asked, what movie was so funny you laughed out loud in the theater?
Before we start, make sure you smash the subscribe button along with the tiny bell icon so you get updated every time we post new videos. Done? Great, let's start this video.
Drew says, I was 12 when Austin Powers came out and my dad took me. Talk about the sweet spot. My humor perfectly aligned with that movie's humor at that age. I remember laughing like a mad person. Mindfesses says, before the jokes were told so often everyone got sick of it. Borat was regarded as a genuinely funny movie. I've never seen a theater explode in laughter as many times in one movie, and I was one of the people laughing 187 for no reason, says Superbad. Tomlinsoy says, there was a solid 15 to 20 seconds of theater-wide laughter after Jonah Hill's response to the back-scratching line. I had to do a rewatch just to find out how the conversation ended. Secret Agent Andy says, the first Zombieland. When Bill Murray apologizes for Garfield, I laughed out loud and no one else in the theater laughed. Baroness Lucy says, The Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad. I couldn't stop laughing at this movie. I'm a person who doesn't have uncontrollable laughter very often, but this was one of the times. Stay Sharp says, the 21 Jump Street remake. Especially when Tatum and Hill were tripping out and the teacher was talking with them. Think _ of _ a _ username says, Wayne's World. It still gets a few chuckles, but the first time I saw it in the theater I thought it was great. The guy next to us had his head in his lap laughing so hard at Wayne prancing around in his underwear. Camera 1, Camera 2 Scene Rambo Cat 1 says, opening night for the South Park Bigger Longer Uncut. I vividly remember looking around the packed theater and collectively losing our minds with laughter when they started singing Uncle Fucker. Pancake Chunky says, the Lego Movie. I went with friends, was kinda indifferent about seeing it and had low expectations, but ended up in tears from laughing so hard. ISNT_life_ pretty says, The Emperor's New Groove has me peeing my pants every time I watch it. It never gets old. Trees Kushranada says, Bridesmaids. My wife dragged me along. I still quote it all the time. Help me, I'm poor. Ned Taggart says, not in the cinema, but Rat Race. I have to pause it to catch my breath cause I am laughing so hard. This has happened a few times. Empty Moon 22 says, Game Night. Extremely underrated. I couldn't stop laughing. Hazamo says, Thor Ragnarok. Just, everything in that movie was comedy gold, just the part when Loki sees Hulk for the first time. Mexican Dank Boy says, Hot Rod. No questions asked. Those who watched know how hilarious it is from the start to the end. Yeah, like the Groundhog says, I laughed so hard at Step Brothers my face hurt the next day. Bone Monkey 12 says, when Titanic first came out. I fell asleep and woke up at this part. The scene from Titanic when the boat is ass-end in the air and people are dying. A guy falls off the edge and hits the propeller, it makes the B-wong sound, and he tumbles over and overtop his death. My girlfriend at the time was hitting me to stop laughing but I couldn't, I was literally crying, I was laughing so hard. What made it better, the guy behind me starts laughing, then a few more, and then more. Basically the dude started laughing which made it funnier. Girlfriend was not happy that night because I embarrassed her. Not a fan of the movie, but that part gets me every time. Implode Mode says, Snatch. My husband is Irish and his sister married into a traveler family so we understood some lines better than many might. It was weird to be laughing so hard but being the only ones in the theater doing so. Tierpslin says, Ice Age. I loved that movie and it made me feel like a kid again. Braxton Fullerton says 40-Year-Old Virgin was the first movie I laughed so much that my ribcage was hurting just trying to catch my breath.